When I travel, I want to capture as many photos as I can as a way to preserve memory and images. And because photography has always been a passion of mine. But last time when I was in the Philippines, I started getting into videos where I was filming 90% of the time instead of taking photos. I brought this Joby GorillaPod with me, as many people recommended for vlogging because of its versatility. Well, in this video, I beg to differ. First of all, I do appreciate the concept, but I find it to be pretty impractical. Okay, so let's say if I have the tripod like this on some sort of weird surface to try to capture the shot. Well, it would take me forever to try and strain it after, because it's just how it is. And over time, the joints would actually wear out, so, and it's also like mainly plastic construction, so I wouldn't imagine it will last very long. I've only had it for a few months, but just because of the way it is, I just sort of stopped using it. Second, the ball head. I think it's more like a gimmick, and it is very well built, but it's bulky, and I feel like I would have gotten more use out of the tripod without the ball head. And the quick release plate. Do you see this little level bubble here? I don't know why they made like this, but here's like this extra piece sticking out the bottom that whenever I try to set my camera down with the plate still attached, my camera would always tip off because of this piece. So I don't know if they consider that part when they build this plate. Then third, if you were to hold this for an extended period of time and not using a point and shoot camera, it can get pretty uncomfortable. And I tried holding this for 5 minutes straight with my A6300 mounted on. Couldn't really do it, so most of the time I just not use this tripod at all. So those are just a few things. Now let's get to the deal that I want to talk about in this video today. This is the Sirui 3T-35K tabletop tripod. I actually got this idea from a fellow filmmaker who is a music producer in Germany. I'll link his YouTube down below. So this isn't the most conspicuous tripod, as you can see, which no good tripod is anyway. But I love how it incorporates the selfie stick and the 3-leg stand into one package. So you can fold the legs up like this and hold it like that. It's pretty comfortable grip. Or you can lock this section here, stretch the legs, and you have yourself a mini tripod like that. You can also extend the tripod a little bit with this knob over here, and the legs down can still make another grip and hold like that. I think you get a little bit more out of this tripod compared to the Joby. The ball head is removable as well, but I've been using it with the ball head because I really like the quick release mechanism. Oh, and the plate. There is no extra piece sticking out the bottom, so I don't really have to be afraid of my camera tipping off whenever I try to set on a table anymore. And for the build quality, it's pretty sturdy. It's not very light, but I think it's about the same weight as the Joby GorillaPod. If anything, maybe just a couple of ounces heavier, which essentially that's nothing. And you know, surprisingly, it's mostly metal, like 99% metal construction, while the Joby GorillaPod is mainly plastic. I'm not sure why not many people are really using this type of tripod, and they keep going to this little disaster. If you want like an alternative to this tripod, I also recommend the Cullmann tabletop tripod. I've used it for a little bit, but I decided to I decided to go with the Sirui instead because while this thing is smaller and lighter, it doesn't really extend like the Sirui. I mean, it's good when you need like a tripod to do a quick shoot or something, but I really prefer the versatility that I can get with the Sirui. So in the end, it's really up to how you make a piece of gear works for you, because the ultimate product is a good story, not the gear. I do think that my experience with gear is almost as important as a result of what I want to produce using the gear, which is why I find myself not using the tripod very much at all when I was in the Philippines. So vlogging wise, you don't really need a tripod. External microphone you do, but the tripod is not very necessary unless you are shooting with a 1DX, C300, C100, FS5 or something, one of those cinema cameras. Then you're probably gonna need more than just a handheld tripod, I would imagine. Now I love gear and I'm always hunting for new gear that will help me do what I do better. Maybe a little bit of a gear acquisition syndrome going on. But I do know that sometimes a little extra portability and convenience goes a long way. And that means, for me, having just my camera on my hand is enough. I would love to talk more about gear, all things photo and video related, cameras, lenses, accessories, audio. Hopefully I can turn this into a mini series. Until I find another gear, I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.